Have you ever been asked the question when you were little, what do you want to be when you grow up? My answer was a vet, and till this day, it still stands. I've always admired how vets put forward the welfare of animals and their extensive knowledge on not only medications and diseases and symptoms, but also animal behavior as well. Vets go through an extensive amount of education, which from an article called How to Become a Veterinarian, Education and Career Roadmap lists out 6 essential steps that are needed to become a vet. The first one is getting a bachelor's degree program, which is what I'm currently doing now at Cal Poly, getting my animal science pre-veterinary degree. And then you have to earn a doctor of veterinary medicine, then become licensed, and then gain experience as an apprentice after that for a couple of years. And then a lot of vets after that go to become certified in a specialized area and then join a professional association. Now, my dream job would be working at a non-profit organization that would typically probably work with rescue animals and being able to help them in that point of view. Now, vets' extensive knowledge about animals is far more than just medicines and diseases and all that, but they need extensive knowledge in animal behavior as well, which having that experience is really helpful, which is why it's good for me that I've actually grown up with animals my whole life, and my job at a pet resort, the main task I have to do there is knowing animal behavior for socialization, but also some basic tasks that veterinarians may deal with, which is giving medications, applying ointments, and dealing with emergencies if the situation does arise. Now, vets every so often have to deal with emergencies, and they can't be boggled down or distracted by what the situation could be, which for me, I've actually had experience in pet emergencies before. There was one occurrence where I actually had to administer CPR to a dog, and another example is a dog had an injury that she needed to be taken to the emergency room, and while taking her to the emergency room, I was in charge of clotting her wound and keeping her happy, as happy as she could be, till she got there and got her stitches in. Now vets focus in animal welfare, and humans actually fall underneath that animal category, because a lot of vets actually do research which impacts and actually helps human welfare as well. For example, veterans have made discoveries that help control malaria and yellow fever, solve the mystery of botulism, produced an anticoagulant used to treat some people with heart disease, and identify the causes of West Nile virus infection. They also developed and refined techniques such as permanent artificial limbs and new treatments for joint disease and broken bones. Now, that is a quote from Veterinarians Protecting the Health of Animals and Humans. Now, a fact that I didn't know prior to this was that veterinarian science actually reveals that 61% of all disease-causing agents in humans originated from animals, and that's from an article called Fun Veterinarian Facts from Dental Planet. So a lot of their research not only affects animals, but also human welfare as well. So in conclusion, vets are not only well versed in medicine and diseases and the practical side that you would think of a vet, and also animal behavior as well, and having experience with them. And vets need to be able to work on their feet with the situation that they're given, which is great while I have experience with animals practically my whole life and the experience my job is giving me. And the important thing for us to know is vets do not only care about animal welfare, which includes humans in that, which is why I want to be a vet.